Okay, welcome to Jump Beat Records. This is Artist Corner, and we have a special guest today, JD Vasquez. How you doing, JD? Tell me about yourself, my friend.
Sure. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you could take the time. Like I tell everyone, I know you got a busy schedule and stuff, and yeah, I'm glad that you can be here with us today.
Yeah, man. So, JD Vasquez, and I was born in Puerto Rico and raised in the Northeast, and I currently live in South Florida. It's hot down here, man. And yeah, man, I have a deep connection to music, man. I've been involved in music my whole life probably since the day I got home from the hospital with my mom. My dad was a musician. He uh, he plays the trumpet, and there was always music going on in my house, man. So it's been a big part of my life.
Well, that's
Uh,
cool. That's cool. Are you gonna get your dad to do some trumpet stuff with sampling and
I'm
recording?
not playing with bands anymore. He practices still. To this day, he's still practicing his methods and scales and etc. He really, it's a part of his life, man. It's just and it's been a part of all of our lives in my house. It was insane growing up there, man. Everybody played something. There was always noise going on, man. And it wouldn't be rare for a band to be at my house practicing on any given weekend. My dad played mostly Latin music, salsa, merengue, that type of stuff. And yeah, there were always people in my house practicing and instruments laying around, and. So it was natural for us to gravitate towards that as well, man. My brother is a musician. He plays a number of instruments. He's self-taught. He didn't take any classes.
Oh wow.
Uh, Plays the keys, and he's really good. He also plays percussion instruments. He also plays the trumpet. So yeah, man. Music is a big part of my life. I was introduced to house music around 1984, my freshman year of high school. Some of my very best friends in the world, man. They introduced me to this music and to turntables I'd never seen, in person, till that point. And I've been chasing that every since, man. It's just been.
And that was in New York. Was that in New
I
York
grew up in Jersey. Yeah,
or Jersey?
When they come from Puerto Rico, they land in New York, man. It's so we were there for a little bit, and then we moved to Jersey, and I lived most of my life in New Jersey. Um, so yeah, man, I've been chasing this house music for forever, for decades now, man. It's just amazing. I love the music.
Well, we're glad to have you on board. JD's track's coming out very soon. It's in the pipeline. It's called Jazz Talk. Um, yeah, what inspired you about this track, and what's the history behind this?
Yeah, so like I said, that you could on any given day, man, you would hear, Beethoven in my house, or Ray Barretto, or Tito Puente, or Chuck Mangione. So, I have a pretty diverse background in music. And I was actually looking at watching short little documentary on YouTube about jazz, and one of the people that they interviewed was Herbie Hancock. Everybody
Oh
knows
yeah, big hitter.
Herbie Hancock is the man. Both in jazz and electro. He had that one track Rocket, man. It was
Yeah, no, yeah, that was probably one of my
awesome.
favorites of his. To tell you the truth.
So I was asking myself, how do I go about conveying the message that they're trying to convey in this little short documentary, in music. So I downloaded the audio of that documentary, and then, try to incorporate some beats and some samples, and I came up with Jazz Talk, and I think it's all right for a guy who's not really well versed in using Logic and whatever, and I
And
actually
that's what you're using, Logic? Is that what
yeah.
you use it to make your music?
Yeah, it came with my laptop. The very first laptop I ever bought, MacBook, came with it loaded on it, and I've had it for decades, man, and I never really used it. So now I'm since I have the time, I'm taking the opportunity to try to learn it, and so much you can do with it.
Well, the history on that for me is that I got a message from Frank, and he said to me, Frank Amodo, that is, if you don't know. He said, "Have you heard JD's new track?" I went, "No." I said, "I haven't heard it yet." He said, "Oh, you got to hear it. He's rocking." And I went, "Really?" I said, "Like, this have you got a copy? Then send it." He said, "Yeah, I'll play it." So they put a little snip on it, and I went, "All right." I quite like this track. I was like, okay, let's have a chat with JD. I really like that track. If you don't know me, I love a bit of jazz, sort of jazzy, Jackie in the house. I love the keys sort of thing. I think your style's very similar to me in that way. I know I haven't been making a lot of music like that lately, but I will be soon. But yeah, no, I felt that track straight away when I heard it. I was like, oh yeah, I like that.
I found this whole sample, that bass line in that track is like a Nat King Cole sample.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
And I cut it short, so it's only like the first bar of that bass riff.
Right.
And I just looped it, and it worked. It sounded really, really well, man. So
well, I got to play on a quite a big sound system. Unfortunately, I couldn't record where I was on video, right. So I couldn't show you guys because I didn't want to get in trouble. And I'm hopefully I can play there again, and I didn't want to upset the management. Right. But I played it at the Mark Freener's after party, awesome. And it was on the Bad Boy sound system. And I'll tell you what, boom, it was sounding awesome. It really rocked, and you don't know. So I just like to say a massive shout goes out to Cy Furman for his mastering, because oh my god, it was like boom. So it sounded well. JD, it sounded really good. And
me a copy of that.
Yes, no, I should send you it. I haven't done that yet. I do apologize. Yeah, I'll send you after this. I'll do it.
I use an online, for streaming and stuff like that. It works well. Just an online mastering website called eMastered, and it works well for our purposes as far as just streaming and stuff like that. But if you want to put it in a big club system, I would imagine that it would be best if an engineer touched it.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. The thing that we do at Jump Beat is we master to the sound systems. You know what I mean? So we want a good copy for you guys when you go out and play, and when people buy a copy, it's not going to drop. You know what I mean? I will say, bringing that up as you mentioned it, I've had a lot of tracks lately what I've been buying and listening to, and you can hear it's like, and I'm like, whoa,
right.
I'm turning it up a bit, and I'm like, I shouldn't be doing that, and I just know from our mastering that it does sound fat, and we do provide for the sound system, so you're going to play it at the big club. That's how we look at it, and that's why it's, the bottom end's good and everything. So yeah, but I apologize. I will send you your copy.
I didn't mean that.
No, I forgot. I tell you the truth. I was like, damn, have I sent the copy out? But yeah, you just give me a message. Go, can I get a master? I was like, yeah, okay. So but I've got the MP3 for you as well, which sounds quality as well. So it's not a problem now. Anyway, moving on, who influences you and inspires you when you're making your music, when you're doing your production?
Yeah, so, like I said, man, I come from a decades of music, listening to music and playing music and music in my house and all types of music. So I draw from all.
Oh, we just lost JD. I'm going to keep recording. Yeah, we're good. So, so basically, that's the reason sort of I started up this as well, to look after all that's, the back end of it and everything, and look after the artists, because I did find that and it's all over. People do get taken advantage of, and they do get exploited a little bit, and they don't know. And I found that out through a lot of the artists I've dealt with and speak to, and I didn't think it's right. Growing up, I had the same situation as a lot of people getting screwed and stuff. And I know it's the industry, but I'll look at it. If you've got someone solid behind you and looks after you, then you're a good unit,
Yeah.
So I know that you're new to the producing side and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I'm hoping that you get signed by other labels. I just hope there is just, how can I say, professional the way that we're going. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just, that's what the industry's like. I know it's not going to change, but we can change it, try to change it a little bit. As long as I'm all good and you guys are all good, then I'm happy. That's the most important thing. Okay, moving on to the last question. Have you got any gigs coming up or plan to get back out to doing live shows?
I don't know. I don't have any gigs coming up at the moment. I haven't really gigged in decades, man. But I did get an opportunity to go out to Chicago recently, and I played in a little local spot, man, and it was fun, man. I had such a great time, and I'd be kind of interested in getting back out there and doing a little bit of that if I could.
Was that the meet and greet in Chicago and the Twitch meet and greet?
That was the Twitch meet and greet in Chicago. We had a couple people came up and we got together, and Mr. Latin House was able to secure a couple of establishments where we can meet up and play, and these are just regular bars and lounges and stuff like that. So it was fun, man. I had a great time. So kind of stirred it up a little bit, man. I kind of want to get out there and do a little more of that if I could. And who knows, man? Maybe Jump Beat will put something together, man. We get some of these great artists, man. And
well, I'm glad you said that. I've spoke to the other artists in these interviews, and it's on the internet now, so I've got to do it. We're putting together for next year for sure. We haven't launched anything yet to do a Jump Beat. I've been looking at venues here. I'm spoken to a lot of people. We're gonna do a little tour. So, and I know you're good to fly in and out and stuff. So, we are going to be putting something together. Like I spoke to Albanese, is back Chicago. Probably do something in LA. I've got a couple of people I can deal with down there, and New York as well. Spoke to Big C. He was like, "I'll come out and play for you." So we're going to be doing something, JD. And if I can get something sorted here, you know what I mean, and I can make it happen, we can do it. I know there was talk with everyone on the Twitch community and stuff. We're about to go out to see Frank in Hawaii because there's a place there or something. Yeah, there's a place there. He said that you can always good. We can have a big party there. So this talks. Mr. Landhouse has been chatting. We've been chatting a lot.
He knows. He's got some good connections in Chicago and other places.
Yeah, he's well connected with people. So definitely. And I was actually thinking about the other day. I was thinking that maybe doing a Jump Beat stream, maybe on YouTube, because I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel because it's good to have. I was thinking about maybe doing a YouTube stream. Maybe Twitch as well, and with all the artists, and they get to play all their tracks. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. I'm busy to the end of the year. Like I said to you before we had this interview, let the guys know and the audience there that we are pretty busy to the end of the year. We've pretty got a lot of tracks coming up and signed, and next year is going to be a big start to the year. JD's got another track coming out as well with us, and hopefully some more.
I'm actually working on a track now. I'm pretty much finished with it. I played it the other night. I put a little clip on Instagram.
I did see that.
Love is what I'm calling it, and I think it's a little dope track. It's got this guitar synth flowing in the background, and it has a panning high pass filter throughout the whole track, and It's got a like a techie bass line. And yeah, man, I played it the other day at in one of the streams, and people seem to like it. So I'm just gonna tweak it a little further, and then we'll see what happens, man. I'll send it out to you. You take a listen, see what
Yeah,
you
for
think.
sure. Yeah, I'm always up for listening for stuff, if you know. So yeah, so okay, so have you got anything to add? Is there anything you missed? Is there anything you want to say?
No, man, that's it, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. It's been a great journey, man. From some of the first times we met, man. I remember you stopped in one of my streams and I banned you.
Yeah, did you?
I don't know.
I don't remember that. Did you?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you did. Yeah, that was a long time ago now.
It's like 2 years now.
Hi, JD. Well, I'd just like to say thank you so much. Really appreciate taking the time to come to Artist Corner, and just like to welcome you and to Jump Beat Records, and your track Jazz Talk will be coming out very, very soon.
All right, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it as well. And you have a good day, my friend. So thank you so much for joining us.
All right, man. Take care.